It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
We're set now. And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Taking it about the 36. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf, recon, 132 fighter.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
80 weapons.
To throw on 2nd down. Sexton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
61, Max Fox, right. Hey, 2.
Operating from the gun. Sexton. He's going to air one. He's got it. Hit the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, This is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Mack. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Down to lose 1. Check. Lucky. Switch. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 3.
So that'll back him up 5.
Check 53's Mike. Get ready. Slam. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, an even 90 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Pittsburgh.
Slam.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hurry up. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Not today, you are. Not ready.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Brissett now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. Funchess has it complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Mack, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second and goal from the 1. Brissett. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Joe Schobert coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Brissett. Steps away to his left. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A first down throw for Brissett. And he's got this down to the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Brissett now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. To throw, Brissett. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 26.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Brissett. And Robinson with a big catch. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the red zone now, Brissett to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing, Brissett. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
That one good for 33 and a first. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready.
Go 50 to the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Back, back, back.
Say go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
2nd and 14. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Shoot!
From the gun, Sexton. He finds Beckham, complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Set up. 70, Indy. Get that quarterback. And on the court. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on first down. Sexton forced out to his left. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Five.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Squeeze, double. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Operating from the gun, Sexton stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Back to throw. Sexton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A spin. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
2nd and 3. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
At the 14-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm here all day.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Crunch, crunch. Check 50, check 50.
To throw is Brissett. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Campbell making the catch. And down he'll go at the 25. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
I got one.
Bravo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sexton. They'll roll him out right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Set. 60 or. 2.
On 3rd and 2, Sexton. He's going to sling this deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. Well, they're looking
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Echo.
Throwing to start the drive. Sexton, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Hey, come on now, come on now.
Get it.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They come out here in the eye.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
That's trash. That's trash.
Brissett. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
That's what I do.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Shift.
Back to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 46 yards. Look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Catch made here by Campbell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw. And this is caught at the 8. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Brissett now. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They begin this drive with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Let's go, baby. First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Big trip.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Chubb. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Strip that ball.
Running the jet sweep, Landry, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 30 base.
I got him.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Sexton trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
132 fighter.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Let's go.
They run. Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Browns.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to